Welcome, welcome, welcome to Words of Wisdom and Guidance today. How are you? How has your day been? Right, well, the day before the full moon, how's your energy? Oh, I tell you what, my energy has been a little bit up and down, which is quite interesting. Up and down, very, very interesting. So I just felt like I was quite energized, then I wasn't. One of those sort of days. So yeah, but I've been out in the field. I had a beautiful, I tell you what was really interesting. And you know, when we talk about signs and synchronicities and things that sort of come about, our messages that we're guided with, we're sent, are you paying attention? I was wearing this top on the 8/8 portal reading I did last year. And I put a short up. It was a short. And it came up, and then my Lulubelle was here with me as well, which made me a bit sad. But I was obviously, but isn't that funny? And Spirit was sort of giving me this sort of look, the 8/8 portal. And it was just quite poignant, really. I didn't really pay attention too much to what I was actually saying and channeling, but I thought to myself, well, it just goes to show it's a really important time, the 8/8 portal. It's on its way. It started already, but tomorrow's full moon in Aquarius, it is going to be the buck moon. It is about releasing and regrowth and having that powerful energy to use. So how are you going to use this energy? What are you doing? I'm very much aware of sort of really thinking about it. And then I was cleaning, and I even cleaned my windows. Can you see how clean my windows are? I don't know if you can see. Look at that beautiful, clean, sparkly windows. And I went and saw my mom and dad, and my mother said she was cleaning windows today. So again, it is something about clearing. And then when I was cleaning on the windows and the windowsills, look what I found. The most perfect butterfly. Look at that. It's just sitting there like that. It's just, I don't even know if he's dead or alive. I put him on the magic table. Black butterfly. So I'm going to look up the meaning for that. But I just thought, how magical is that? And then I also, while I was cleaning outside, I'd obviously put it on for a reason, and I found money on my windowsill. So I thought, well, that's magic as well. Money is coming into my home, so I put that on the magic table. So really interesting how we are starting to make connections. If you are starting to make connections, let me know in the comments what they are. Right, let's look at our message. Let me look at the message today. Mistakes are opportunities to learn, and contentment brings constant happiness. And while I was in the field, I was doing some affirmations, and I was letting the pony graze, and it was sunshine and cloud. The birds were out. There was a crow really close by to me. And I was thinking exactly that, how content I was, how much happiness I had in my heart for myself and for where I was, and being able to stand in that beautiful field and look at nature and enjoy the sunshine and that type of thing. So really value you right now. This is what I'm getting as this Jupiter planet is all about value, luck and value, money and abundance. What do you value? So be grateful for that and really think about that as you go towards this 8/8 portal, because what you're calling in is your value. You're feeling it, you're thinking about it, and that is what you will receive, the value. So let's see what our guidance is for today. Midweek. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Tuesday, isn't it? Tuesday. What day it is? That was so strange. I suddenly skipped a day. All right, so let's have a little look. What is there it is. Our card for today, our guidance is Chamber of Forgiveness. Now, interesting, mistakes are opportunities to learn. So when we think about forgiveness, can you forgive your mistakes? Can you forgive things that you did? Now, I'll just share something with you. I was up the yard, and there's pods that people hire out in an area. And then I went to put my pony out and what have you in the field. And this man was walking through the field with his camera. He'd been over to film the horses in the field and walked out of the gate and left the gate wide open. And I went, oh my, I went, excuse me. And I was quite rude, not rude, but quite firm. I said, who are you? Where have you just come from? And he goes, I was in the field. I said, you've left the gate open? Are you with the pod? He said, yes. I said, well, that's where you need to stay. You can't be walking in a field full of horses and filming and leaving gates open. You can't do that. You know, it's dangerous. And I thought to myself, my goodness, but I was a little firm and maybe a bit rude. And I thought afterwards, well, no, I'm going to forgive myself that because I panic. I suddenly go in, I can see all sorts of things that might happen, might go wrong, you know, and especially when there's somebody that doesn't know about horses, he doesn't know the horses from anyone. And the worst of the thing he could do is get kicked in the head while he's filming, you know, or he could literally have left that gate open. If I hadn't been there all night, our horses could have landed up on the road. So really important things like that I sort of can see, and it makes me sort of almost panic. So I was a bit, but I forgive myself for that, and I'm sure I can forgive the man for thinking that he could just go as if he's on like a little farm and he can just go and film horses willy-nilly in the middle of a field. Doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, and no one wants to know that their horses could have been at risk. So very important. Anyway, right, let's see what our soul is telling us today. I've got the soul coaching cards out. They were calling to me, and I do love the colors of this. It's almost sort of, we haven't had a very lovely day all day until about midday. No, until about mid-afternoon, when all the sunshine's come back out and it's a clear sky, which will please me because I'll see my butt moon tonight before the full moon. So it's almost full. It would be so beautiful if it's out. So I shall leave my window blinds open all night. Okay, so guidance please today. As we go towards this full moon tomorrow, can we have some guidance please, Spirit? Chamber of forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgiveness is important. Forgive mistakes of you and of others as well. Right, we have got, first of all, inspiration, which is look at that card. I mean, that is just birds flying. It's like a aha moment. You'll have a lot of good inspiration. Simplicity is here. I love this card because for me, that also speaks to the ripple effect. You know, the little ripples, one pebble and it makes a lot of ripples. But keeping things simple, because this is where inspiration can come from when you aren't overthinking things. It's a number 45, which is 9, which is also about sort of completion. And when we think about coming down into a simplicity sort of mindset, keep going back to the basics, keeping things on a very even keel. Whatever you do then can have a ripple effect out. We've got pleasure. So, you know, really enjoy this energy if you can. Find the pleasure in it. Pleasure for yourself, looking after yourself. Again, the Chamber of Forgiveness is all about self-awareness and you know, being in that sort of forgiveness for yourself. Freedom, look at that. You know, when you release things, you feel a lot of weight is off your shoulder. This full moon can bring about this feeling of freedom, growth, rebirth. And then we're getting into that 8-8 portal, which again, you know, is about what are you stepping into, what freedom. And look how his arms are out like this, very much like these birds' wings open and ready to fly, you know, taking off, changing. We've also got impeccability. And this one always says to me, like new chapter. It's almost like you've turned a page. But impeccability also speaks to really fine-tuning things and noticing the signs, the synchronicities, you know, making sure you're not missing anything, making sure things are done. And I kind of feel like I want to say, you know, when I was cleaning the windows, it's almost having that clear clarity, that understanding, you know, because you can clearly see something impeccable, impeccability. So let's have a little look at what the guidebook is going to give us today as guidance. Inspiration 29, which is 11, magic. Today I saw 1111, and then when I went for my walk in the woods, I was like, well, Spirit, we've walked all the way around these woods. I haven't seen a bird. I've seen a butterfly, but I haven't seen any other signs. What's going on? Walked out, and there was a construction van, 1010. Okay, made me smile. Right, it's be open to divine inspiration. You inspire others. Immense creativity, motivation, and energy are expanding in your life. Life without the fire of new ideas is dull and separates you from all that's sacred. Creativity and inspiration are in fact receptivity, being open to the Creator, even if the motivation that occurs seems unusual or strange. Welcome new ideas and fresh ways of viewing the world. Open yourself to the deep flowing wellspring of visions, ideas, and intuition that dwell within you. Through the morning mists, the golden light of sunset, the wind in the trees, and the gentle thoughts at the edge of your mind, let the Creator's wonderful ideas stimulate, enliven, enrich, and revitalize you. So that's beautiful. Number 45 are simplicity. Do what matters and release the rest to find peace, grace, and stillness. Clear internal and external clutter. So again, it is about that clearing, isn't it? That clarity to be able to see things, okay? A busy life and the accumulation of more than you need creates static. Create the time to rest, rejuvenate. Even a small amount of this cleansing can make an immense difference. So create a feeling of simplicity and know the grace of the divine. And then pleasure, 39. Enjoy yourself, dance through life, give toast for no reason, and cherish your sensuality and your sexuality. So your sacral chakra, you know, very important part of your sensuality and your sexuality. It's about pleasure. And sometimes we're programmed to believe that it's forbidden. You're not allowed to seek it. And sometimes you need to understand that in pleasure, it really does bring about that inspiration, that way in which you can really pamper yourself into being a priority in life, because it is about you right now. Chamber of Forgiveness is all about you. Self-love, self-forgiveness, being about you. Number 28, 10, completion, new beginnings. 28, new beginnings. Now is the time to be impeccable in your responsibilities, your relationships, and home environment. Gather your discipline and integrity around you like a sacred cloak. And I was just told, pick up that sanctuary. So find your peace, find your sanctuary right now. I have really, in the last couple of days, I've had to really rest. In the afternoons, I've had to do a lot of meditation, that type of thing, getting really just settling in with my feelings, with who I am. And you know, no matter what it takes, maintain your power, your intent, your focus. So pay attention to the details right now, to those signs, because the freedom you feel is something that comes from breaking free, expressing yourself, because you know how you are feeling. You've tapped into your sensuality, your sexuality. You have kept things into a simple, peaceful, joyous, happy balance. Okay, this card is all about balance as well. Look at those rocks. They are just those stones. They are just literally balancing on top of each other. Okay, so balance is important here. Select meanings that empower you, for this is the time to break free. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens in joy. Love this moment. Okay, so today, love this moment. Really embrace this energy. Embrace what it is bringing to you. And we have got our Sacred Traveler cards today. They were calling to me. So let's see what our guidance is from the Sacred Traveler. What is the guidance for today as we go towards this new moon? Oh, full moon, not new moon, full moon tomorrow. And of course the Kazemi, and the fact that it is, you know, summer's coming to an end. We've got to the peak of the summertime. The summer solstice has peaked now. It'll all start going into autumn very soon. So this guidance is important. I think this is what I'm hearing, is just pay attention. Pay attention. See what resonates with you. How are you feeling about yourself? What are you doing? Okay? To make sure that you are honoring yourself. Are you listening to your body? Are you listening to your heart? Are you listening to your emotions? Very important right now. Okay, let's have some guidance, please, for today, the day before the full moon. Anything else? Okay. Oh, I thought I saw a card. I did. There it is. Oh. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails. So, clear message. Keep things simple. Find your inner sanctuary. Okay, your solitude. Very important right now. And then you are a beacon for others. So shine your light when you can. Show how strong you are, how much you have changed. Well, what did I say? A year ago I was wearing this top and my dog was here. Who would have thought, you know? And I was doing an 8-8 portal reading on the magic table. It was just a short that came up on YouTube, so I must have put it on, but I should listen to what I was talking about, but I didn't, because I just saw Lulu and it made me just sad. But what I did take away from seeing that is the fact that here I am a year later, and what have I learned? How far have I come? What has changed? And I know so much has changed, you know? So be this wise leader, be this beacon. Recognize your strengths. Recognize how far you have come. Look at the mountain in the background. How far you have come. Okay, ascending the mountain. Again, a mountain. We are ascending the mountain. We are making this change. Keep going forward is the message. Keep going forward. That is the message for today. Keep going forward. Very beautiful. Okay, so solitude. Let's read solitude. In silence, you'll find a depth of self-awareness as well as inner peace. This is not a time to venture forth with a new project or a new cycle. This is a time to step back and be still. In quietude, you can seek and uncover your deepest inner truth. Seek solitude and all will be revealed. No matter what is happening around you, find serenity. So solitude, serenity, okay, making sure that's, you know, simplicity. You'll have the inspiration that you need. You will know when you need to move, what you need to do, when you need to make the next step forward, I'm hearing. Your power is born in stillness. Sometimes the traveler is in such a hurry to reach the next peak that he gets separated from his spiritual source. However, when the traveler takes time alone, everything falls into perspective. Take time out of your day to be completely quiet. That's what I've been doing. Take deep, slow breaths, imagining and inhaling vitality and exhaling all that is not needed. Affirm that all is well. Move past the chatter, the chaos on the road of life. Be still and hear the voices of your higher self and your spirit guides. Confirmation. Wise leader. You are a leader. You carry a wisdom and radiance that inspires others. Even if you're not always aware of the depth of the wisdom within you, it's emerging by leaps and bounds. This is a time to step into your power, take a role of leadership. You're ready, grab the reins, make decisions. It's okay if you're not 100% sure, make decisions anyway. It's what a leader does. The sacred traveler wants you to know on the journey, it's easy to tell who the leaders are. They have an inner grace and strength that glows from within. Others travel on the pathways that the leaders have created. The wise leader holds up the flame as a torch for others in the darkest night. But the leader also listens to the beat of their own drum. Grab the reins of life on your terms. Don't live to please and appease others to the detriment of your own needs. This is not what a leader does. Live without regrets. Chamber of forgiveness. Live without regrets. And mistakes are opportunities to learn. So contentment brings constant happiness. Find your contentment in that. Find your understanding that everything was meant to be. Ascending the mountain. Wow. Okay, is this the first card? It is. No, second card. The journey might be hard right now, but a great view awaits you. You most certainly can achieve your goal. However, you must continue forward through hard work and diligence. Do not give up. Even if it seems hard, keep going forward. Even if it sometimes seems you're going in 3 steps and falling back 2, you are still getting closer to your goal. Sometimes you may need to take smaller steps, but do not stop. Remember the ripple effect. That's exactly what you're doing. Every step takes you closer to the peak of the mountain, and when you arrive, the view will be spectacular. It will be worth all of your efforts. So the sacred traveler wants you to know it's okay to stumble or fall down, just don't stay down. Do not allow yourself to be limited by the beliefs of others or even by your own limiting beliefs or fears. So release what you can now. This full moon asks you to do that. Live passionately and courageously. Find your pleasure. Find your inspiration. Speak up for yourself. Honor your truth. Keep moving forward fearlessly. This isn't the time to be timid or hold back. Go forward gallantly with your banner of truth waving in the wind. You are a light bearer for others, a wise leader, a light bearer. You are carving the path. Trust in that. Trust in that. And that is what the guidance is all about today, especially before this full moon. So what needs releasing? Release. Any people, anything that no longer serves your highest good is gone, out. Let go. Keep moving forward with this energy as it guides you. Find the impeccability of it. Find those signs and synchronicities, that guidance that is telling you. Be open to that. Finally, 2222 on the clock. I just want to get some charms because I like to just finish off sometimes with the charms. So let's see what comes out for us today. Right, there we go. Beautiful charms. Oh, very interesting. Okay, we have got our beautiful purple butterfly. So butterflies all around is all about transformation, as you know. Okay, there's a missing puzzle piece, something that is going to be coming very clear. We've also got the shell of the snail, and this always reminds me that, you know, there is always a home, there is always solitude, there's always your sanctuary. That reminds me of that. So that is very interesting, and it came out right near the solitude card. So find that happiness and that bliss, that pleasure. There's a missing piece. We've also got this authenticity card. So being authentic with yourself, finding the pleasure of who you are, owning yourself, owning your authenticity. We have got this beautiful shell heart that's come out on top of the simplicity card. So owning, knowing what's within you, in your heart. What are you feeling? Keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Follow your heart's desires, I'm hearing. We've got a beautiful daisy, still the summer, and it's a little bit pink, so it feels a little bit like love. But it's you know, this freedom almost feels like, you know, when everything is starting to bloom and blossom, it's like, oh, everything opens up, doesn't it? Opens up. We've also got happiness is a journey, not a destination. And we have here, you know, contentment brings constant happiness. So this journey should be providing you with that. If it's not, it's because something has not been healed, has not been addressed. And that's why it's coming out now, ready for your full moon. Okay, we've also got 2 numbers, 388. How important is that? 3 magic and 88, 88 portal. So this number is very important as we go forward. We've also got 386. Could be a number that really means something to you. Okay, but you know, obviously you take what resonates, okay, but it could be just a message to look out for your numbers, look out for your angel numbers, trust in what your guidance is all about. The Joker card was always quite an interesting one because there's a number 7 here, old number 7. And number 7 is a powerful message, and the Joker often in playing games is you can use the Joker as anything. You know, you can use it whatever you need it for. So I'm feeling that that's exactly what this was meaning when it came out on top of the wise leader. You know, you are a beacon for others. So you might feel like a little bit, you know, what am I here for? Maybe a bit of imposter syndrome, whatever it might be, but you might feel like I'm not being paid attention to, or not, maybe it's not working, or there could be, but you are shining a light and you can be anything that you want to be. Trust in this guidance. Trust in this. Beautiful. Stunning. So there we are. Those are our charms. That is our reading for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Mistakes are opportunities to learn. So, yeah, my mistake today, I was a little bit rush or a little bit harsh with that man. But, you know, panic mode is panic mode. I don't like to think of somebody waltzing around in a field full of horses, especially not with my horses in there, and could end up on the road. So yeah, forgive yourself. You know, sometimes we approach things maybe in a bit of a way that we think, oh, maybe I could have done that a bit differently. But you know, don't question yourself. Trust in what you know, and trust in who you are, and really just value yourself right now. So I'll see you again real soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.